We're here at Universal Studios Florida for the 2024 UOAP Passholder Night. This event runs 7 p.m. to 11 at Universal Studios Florida only. Last year it was at Islands of Adventure, this year it's at Studios Park. And so we're gonna go around, check out what's new in the park a little bit at the beginning, mainly with Halloween Horror Nights merchandise, and then we'll check out what is specific to this event, whether it's meet and greets, merchandise, or anything else that's special. And just see what else we can get done tonight. They are showing Sensational tonight, so we probably will watch some of that, or I mean all of that, because it does stop running for a bit here in a few days. But anyway, let's get started with today's video. So check-in for this Universal Orlando Annual Pass event is very similar to the Orlando Informer Meetup, if you've seen my video on that. It's between those two signs that say welcome over there at the Blue Man Group Theater, or the former Blue Man Group Theater. But the line goes pretty far. It goes all the way to the exit of Universal Studios Florida. It does start in about 3 minutes. It's 3:57. So I'm sure it'll start moving quickly once they actually start. But I think I'm gonna wait about 30-45 minutes to go and do the check-in, because I don't see any reason to do that right now. The event doesn't start till 7, but check-in starts at 4. Waited till 4:21 and it is much shorter of a line now. I'm just walking in. Alright, took about 15 minutes and we got our Universal Annual Passholder magnet that's exclusive to the Passholder nights. We also got our bracelet that will tell the cast members, team members that we're able to stay in the park for the after hours event. Then there's a stand with a scan for event details and a map, and then also they have an Instagram filter for tonight, just to put on top of any pictures we take. If you can see my phone at all, this is what the filter looks like on Instagram. Starting off over at Islands of Adventure. So something important to note about this event is it's only at Universal Studios Park. Last year it was only at Islands of Adventure, this year it's at Universal Studios. So I'm gonna guess it's a back and forth kind of thing. But you do have to, if you've already checked in, you have to be over there by 7 p.m. There's no re-entry over there after 7. And so we're gonna hang out here for probably like an hour or two and then head over there to make sure that we're there no later than probably 6:30, just in case. And then the event starts at Universal Studios Florida at 7 p.m. and runs until 11. The Little Boo keychain is something new that I haven't seen before. Also have some of these lanyards with Little Boo. I think there's 2 different lanyard types so far this year. There's the Little Boo one. Also a lanyard pouch. And then this card holder, which I did get already for my HHN ticket. Plush Little Boo is also over here. We saw that yesterday in the 5 and Dime. So I have a Little Boo journal, Little Boo sipper, which I think was out a couple years ago, but I think it might be a little slightly different. Like his eyes are green compared to before they were black, I think. But I think I have the old version of this. Sorry. There's also a Lil Boo mug. And a Little Boo tank top. And then this is the other Horror Nights design style this year, the punk rock look. But this is a tiny Loungefly-like backpack, but I don't believe it is a Loungefly. But that one is brand new. Also, this year's Freestyle Souvenir Cup is in that style as well. There's a ton of stuff over here, pins and buttons and wallets and little bags and hood and beanies. These little fans, these glasses. Also, just today, this updated version of the Chucky popcorn bucket came out. This has been around for the last few years, but I guess something's different about it this year. I think his head moves a little bit more. He also does talk and light up as well. It is $45, which is pretty steep, but it has been popular the last few years. And so if you want it, it's available now over here at the All Hallows Eve Boutique. Here's some Halloween Horror Nights drink carriers for the freestyle cups. These have become very popular in the last few years. Also, you have more of the lanyards in the other style, more of the punk style. So you have a lanyard in the Little Boo style and the style as well. There's also this selection of pins. They come in a 3-pack, the Horror Nights logo, Little Boo, and then a skull. And then you also have this set of car coasters, which is actually pretty cool. I might pick that up. It's $10, so that's not too bad. But that is a new thing I haven't seen yet. This is a Little Boo shoulder plush, shoulder buddy, shoulder pal, what it's called on the actual tag. But it sits on your shoulder, and it uses a magnet that is inside of here to stay attached to you. It's currently attached to my lanyard and it won't come off. Okay. It's been very popular, and so if you want it, come get it quickly. I think it might also be online in the next few days, and I'm sure it'll be restocked throughout the season, but right now it's very popular. This is also new. This is a little countdown calendar to Halloween. It's a magnetic Little Boo, so you'd start, I guess you could start at 31 and counting down to 1, or you could go 1 to 31 depending the way you want to use it. It is $45 and it is dated for 2024. Heading over to Universal Studios Florida for the rest of the night. This summer tribute store has actually been so popular. I got an email the other day because I have one of these VHS tape covers saying they're considering keeping it all the way through the end of the year, all the way till January. So it looks like there's a possibility that Christmas and Halloween store will be in the other tribute store location because of that. This is the line outside of the 5 and Dime for the Passholder exclusive pen or button. It's pretty long, and the event hasn't officially started yet, so that's interesting. I mean, it's going to be available for a while, I think for a month or so, for the whole Passholder Appreciation Days, which is a month and a half, so it's a pretty long line. I got mine yesterday, though, so I'm not going to be waiting. We're about 30 minutes out from the start of the actual annual Passholder event. At 7, they'll close down the rides for a few minutes. I believe if you have a wristband, you can go into the rides at that time, but they may close them for a few minutes for everyone. At that point, I think we'll probably try to get on some rides with lower weights, but as the night goes on, all the rides will have lower weights, if it's anything like last night. It's also annual Passholder exclusive merchandise. It's supposed to be in the studio store and the 5 and Dime. Definitely want to check that out. Then there's some meet and greets happening around the park as well, and then a Passholder only showing of Sensational at 9:30. All right, so at the Universal Studio store is the only place they're selling Universal Annual Pass Night merch, and this is the hat, and that's all that's left. There's no t-shirts left, only the hats, and so I'm imagining these will go quickly. It's unfortunate the shirt sold out the first night, but it is what it is. There's a couple more food booths that popped up for Halloween Horror Nights. I probably just missed them yesterday when I was in the park, but there's the Twisted Taters over there. Yearly staple for Halloween Horror Nights. That booth is up, so I guess we know what's going to be at that one, but unsure about any of the others still. I think there's some other ones around the corner over here, but here's two of them, Twilight Tavern and Twisted Tater. And these two stands right here are definitely for Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. Definitely tell with this one. Which makes sense because that house is right over here, and we're also in the New York section of the park. So for this event, the lounge that is usually only open to Universal Visa card members is open tonight for all annual pass holders to check out. Never been in here, so we're gonna go in and check it out. They're giving out these stickers at the entrance to the lounge for annual Passholder night. These are pretty cool. And they are doing a deal where they waive the annual fee on the more expensive card here tonight. Everything else is still the same. You get a gift card and you get some freestyle cups as well. But the lounge is open for an open house tonight, so it's cool to check it out.
Our favorite characters are going to be at their designated area. You go ahead and snap some pictures with some minions, maybe some Transformers. Ancient power.
First ride of annual pass night, Transformers The Ride 3D, with literally no one else in line. This is awesome.
As we are willing to combat machines, hard-hearted, battle-tested, and massive.
Ride number 2 of the night, Rip Ride Rocket. I really don't do this one often, but it does have a 10-minute wait, so can't pass it up. This photo op in front of Mel's, super popular. It's really cool. This is the line for it though. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do that though with this line. Maybe later tonight if there's less people, but probably not. Walking on to the Simpsons ride as well. There are 2 of the Halloween Horror Nights tents. We actually were in both of those yesterday. If you haven't seen that video yet, we did a video on our Behind the Screams Unmasking the Horror tour, talking all about what we saw in there. So if you want to see that before Horror Night starts in 2 weeks, that is available to you.
What do you know about nuclear energy, kid? Leave that to us clowns. Mr. Krusty, sir, the reactor is terribly dangerous with the leakages and the crackages. Observe. Oh, the growing. Now, if a human being were to enter that room, who knows what events might occur, you like? They could grow 50 feet tall.
They have the Pug from Men in Black meeting right outside of Alien Attack. So from my tour yesterday, it sounded like this entrance between Nightmare Fuel Stage and Men in Black Alien Attack would actually be the entrance for 3 houses. They said that wasn't fully decided yet, but that is what it sounds like, and so it'll be interesting to see if that happens, how that works out. The line to meet Men in Black Pug goes all the way to basically right in front of Fear Factor or Nightmare Fuel Stage, whatever you know it as. So that's probably a solid 45-50 minute wait. Really want to meet him and get a picture with him, but I don't think I'm going to be able to tonight, unfortunately. Megatron is meeting. Heading into ET Adventure, then we're going to watch Sensational after that. Doesn't look like they have the wait time sign working still. I mean, maybe it works, just not right now, but I have yet to see it working.
But don't worry, but you will need an interplanetary passport. So before you leave the team, say your first name and all assistance, and they'll give you your pass.
Control systems go. Flamethrowers engage. H2O systems rehydrating. Show reboot complete.
Ending out my night with Revenge of the Mummy listed as a ride now. Quickly changed my mind on that. The line went almost all the way out the door, and so it's definitely not a ride now. They changed the time as soon as I walked in to 25, but it definitely was probably 30, 40. So I decided not to. I've ridden it enough, and I'll ride it again here soon. But I think I'm gonna head towards the exit. So I gotta get home a little earlier than I would if I would leave in like a little bit when the park closes, but it's been fun so far. That'll do it for me for tonight here at Universal Annual Passholder Nights. It was a good time. I'm used to after hours events like Orlando Informer Meetup. This felt a lot like one of those, just with more people and not the free food. And so if you're an annual pass holder and you've never been to one of those, this is a good one to go to. Just expect maybe some normal waits for some things. Like Revenge of the Mummy had a long wait all night. Every once in a while I would say ride now, but I don't know if it was ever actually ride now. Maybe it was. ET Adventure was 35 or so all night. And then some of the other ones were really easy to get on. Rip Ride Rocket was a ride now. All the Minions rides were a ride now. And several others. So I'm not by any means saying it was bad. I really enjoyed it. Looking forward to next year. Clearly from last year to this year there's been a big jump in what all they put into this event. So I'm excited to see how it continues to grow. Anyway, next time I am here will be for not the first night of Halloween Horror Nights, but probably the next time I'll be here is for the day that the Tribute Store opens, and we'll probably look at some final things around the park before the Premium Scream Night, which is Thursday, August 29th, I believe is the night. We'll be there for that. We'll be there for opening night. We'll be there for probably the night after that. And we'll be here for the Tribute Store opening on the 28th for annual pass holders. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for also our California videos are not done coming out yet. There's some Universal Studios Hollywood. There's probably one from Universal Studios Hollywood and a few more from Disneyland. And we have a ton of D23 stuff. We have our Behind the Screams tour that I did yesterday that will probably be up by the time this video comes out. So there's a ton going on there. But anyway, thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe, please leave a like, please comment if you came to this event, what your favorite part was, or if you came or you want to come in the future, what you're most looking forward to seeing and you hope they implement next time. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Have a magical day.